Okay, well, Luis, the question that I really want to start with this movie being about skincare is I want to start with how you keep your skin super beautiful. What's your skincare routine?
Thank you. Well, this is all cheating. I have a glam style, a groomer that makes this look like this. It's not like that when I wake up, believe me, especially on a Monday. But I will say sunscreen is very important, and the things you eat are also very important. Like all the moisturizers that you can use and products. I mean, that helps, but that's bullshit. Like the real thing is like sunscreen and good habits of food, sleep, exercise, and all that stuff.
It's nice to get the real explanation here. That's awesome.
I
We
mean,
don't
I'm
have a
not an
lot.
expert. I'm just telling you what I think.
Yeah, so I'm talking with Luis, not Angel or Shimmer by Angel this
Exactly,
time, right?
exactly.
That's great. We don't have a lot of time, so I really want to. The one thing I wanted to ask most about, we'll get there and then continue the conversation. But there is a scene in this movie that you do karaoke. And
Correct.
so I firstly want to know what your favorite song is to karaoke on your personal time, and also what it was like filming that scene and doing the karaoke.
My song to do in the karaoke is Piano Man, but I do the Spanish version of that because that always goes that makes my American friends crazy. They have no idea that we have a Spanish version of that song, so it's always a win-win situation. And that scene was very important for us because my character is apparently the successful one in the movie.
Hmm.
No, is this guy who has this technology from NASA for the skincare of people. He's on TV, he's successful, he's the new kid on the block. Like so he's doing right. So he should be very happy. Because that's what the culture in Los Angeles tells us all the time. No, but
Hmm.
when we have the chance to open a window to his intimacy and to see the way how lonely he is and and you can actually see that he's kind of broken too. So I
Hmm.
think that's very important for this movie because again this movie is like a love letter to Los Angeles, like to all these characters we can find in here. But also I think this movie also points all these flaws in the culture, like it's not sustainable to be in the city that is asking you all the time to stay relevant, to stay young, to stay beautiful, to be more successful, to have more money, to be more interesting, to have a better conversation. Like it's just exhausting. And this movie, I think, is about that. It's about how do you find a balance between your ambition and your mental health. For
Hmm.
me, that's what the movie is about.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can sell the pressure on all of the characters in this movie to, be of this particular idea of someone successful. But yeah, so you have been a part of a number of really high profile ensembles, of course, this being one of them. And as we know, you have worked with Elizabeth Banks before with the Charlie's Angels film. And so I really kind of want to know what it was, what your collaboration is like with Elizabeth and how you guys work together.
I love her. I love her. She's the best. Like, she directed me in Charlie's Angels, and we also shared a screen in that movie, and we became good friends. She's also a producer. She's also a director. Myself, I'm also a director and a producer now. So it's Elizabeth is someone that you always want to have her opinion on stuff, because she's been around for so long and she's so talented and when we were shooting skincare, I was about to start the pre-production of my first movie as a director. So between takes, I was asking her all these things about because my movie is kind of musical and she did Pitch Perfect. So I was all the time like, how
Hmm.
do you shoot this? How do you record the songs? How do you do the playback? And she was super generous and it was very easy to create the tension between these two characters because we love each other so much and when you love an actor that much and you have that professional intimacy so well built, it's very easy to say horrible things to the character because the actor loves you. So
Right.
it's easier than you think. So that was very important because my character is like the catalyzer of her story in a way. So we needed to create that tension like right away.
And you did a phenomenal job with it. I think I have
Thank
time
you.
for one more question, and really the last thing I want to ask or get from you is like hit me with your best on-set story. What was the most fun time that you had on the set, or maybe something that stood out for you while filming?
Well, I mean, for me, the not so fun part of it was like in the first draft, in the latest draft of the script, the song that I was gonna sing was "Careless Whisper" by George Michael. So it's such an iconic song. It's one of my favorite songs. So I wanted to do something very sexy, but weird, but dark. So I spent like a month rehearsing with this choreographer in Switzerland because I was there for life,
Sure.
whatever. So I spent like a month rehearsing with this guy. Uh, and 1 week before shooting the scene, Austin came to me and he was like, "Hey, we are gonna change the song." And I was like, I mean, and The Cure is my one of my favorite bands, but I've been working on this for 4 weeks. But anyway,
Great.
it's something that happens all the time, and I'm glad he did because it adds very different energy to the scene.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I appreciate you taking this time to talk with me, Luis. Congratulations on this film going out to the world. I'm really excited for more people to see it, and I'm going to take your skincare advice: sunscreen, sleep, healthy diet, and all of that stuff. Okay.
Thank you, Thomas. A pleasure talking to you.
Thanks, Luis.